I wonder if Coach watches wrestling or watched wrestling.
That's everyone's line. Oh, I watched it when he's going to make like a King Kong Bundy reference or a Kamala reference or something. We bring it. I say all that like Coach can't hear us when we're talking. The head coach of Sac State men's basketball, Coach David Patrick. So, Coach, did you
I
ever
heard
watch
was King Kong Bundy? I was like, what is King Kong Bundy?
Coach? Did you ever watch wrestling growing up?
Oh man, heck yeah! I was Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
See, I knew you'd reference some random 80s wrestler. We still watch. It's not something we can really watch.
Really?
Yeah. He says with disappointment. Coach's last visit to the show here.
Seth, do you know who Seth Rollins is, Coach? Do you know?
Oh man, after Hulk Hogan, man, I was done.
Okay, that's I think that most grown-ups,
yeah, most
adults, that's kind of I watched it when I was 9. Yeah, watched it when I was 9.
But it's popular, right? It's like one of the most popular events, so I may be missing something.
Did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, obviously the loss put a little bad taste a little bit.
Ruined the holiday.
Yeah, I was able to get it back on the 24th and 25th, and obviously thankful for my family and get a little break away from it and been back at it though. I did appreciate you.
That's always needed. Speaking about that game against Fullerton, I thought you guys played real solid for about 30 minutes. And then it feels like you guys ran out of gas, kind of ran into a wall, couldn't make any shots. Like, is that the same way that you saw it, where you guys maybe, because it's been an intense preseason for you guys, and then, to get back to 500 the way you did, get over 500 with that win at Fresno State. Did you guys feel like you kind of ran out of gas at the end of that Fullerton game?
I think it was some of that, and I think some of it is we were playing so slow. I felt like, when you won 3 in a row, like I think we just thought we were going to win. I really felt like as a coach sitting there, I felt like we were up 6 or down 3, and we just went kind of through the motions. And what I told him, the difference is Fulton lost 4 in a row. So you got we were in those shoes a week ago, hungry for a win. And I think we got complacent. And when we got complacent, it gave them confidence, and they took the game by the horns. You got to credit them for the way they kind of pushed through at the end of the game.
Well, you obviously always want to be better than where you're at, unless you're 12-0. Then I'm sure you'll find something else to be upset about and try to keep your team motivated. But the fact that you're 6-6 at this point, where you've only played 3 home games, I think is pretty commendable. And you've got a couple of home games this week. So we talk about this with the Kings a lot. How important is it for your group to take advantage of that home court here this week?
Our goal, like everybody, is to take care of home. You want to win all your home games as best you can. And so it's nothing like playing here at the Nest, especially around holiday time, with our game tomorrow night against Stanislaus Slate, and then Saturday at 2 o'clock against Portland State. But you want to take care of home, because league is hard, just like the NBA. It's hard to win on the road. I don't care if it's college, Division II, high school. You want to win your home games and try to steal a couple on the road. And so that's our goal coming home this week for 2.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, as we get ready for Big Sky play, this is something that I was trying to think of over the weekend. Is there a to your best of your knowledge, is there like a rivalry team for Sac State in the Big Sky? I couldn't think of it. I thought about Portland State. I thought they might have been the closest one. Weber obviously has a little lineage with some success in the tournament, but is there a team in the Big Sky that's like, yo, we want to win this game? This is the big game.
She said, "All big to me." Hey, all my right. Look, I don't think so. Because all those places are kind of regional, and I have to obviously do my research. But Idaho State, they play each other. Eastern Washington's right there in Idaho, and right across the border. Weber is right next to Idaho State. Montana State. Those two. So this may be the rival, Portland State. I think Portland State's had the upper hand the last few years, and so. Want to change it to that at some point. But I'm hopeful we're the team that everybody's out to get at some point in the near future. But I think, to be honest, this has been a game where I think guys have had on the schedule where Sac State could be a win. I know Coach Katz had a fabulous year a couple years ago, but I think historically, I think people have had Sac State and maybe underestimated them in the past. And I hope that's not the case moving forward.
Hashtag beat the Vikings. I want this one bad.
And Coach, I feel like that, because you guys are all, you're following what everyone else is doing, and I feel like people looking at that, recruiting class and the transfer portal and all of these signings that Coach Patrick are getting, and that check mark starts to turn into a bullseye where it's like, oh, okay, oh, you got the NBA guy there in Sac State. Like, I think they might be looking at you as a target rather than a check mark.
That's facts. I know that's true. Especially then you go out and you beat a Fresno State and Long Beach State. You kind of wake up. People get your attention. Quicker than usual. And what I do know, this has always been a hard place to play in Sacramento, regardless who the coach was here at home. But you want to be able to duplicate what you do at home on the road, and that's when you become a really good team. And so, obviously, I got a lot of targets on them other teams' backs we're playing, and I don't underestimate anybody we're playing, but respect everybody.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, let me ask you. Once again, you're not going to come with the philosophical questions of coaching for you, but I'm kind of enthralled in Last Chance U right now. I love that show. I love when they did it for football and going to East LA and doing it with basketball the last 2 years. Just perfect stuff. Great TV. Would you ever be open to like having TV show or them film, your practice, be open the entire program for the world to see? Would you ever do something like that? I know some coaches are like, nah, I don't want the cameras around. Like, how are you on that?
Know what? I think for small periods of time, I'd do it, but my team would have to sign off on it. But that's hard when you let people behind you, behind the curtain, so they see what's really going on, what you really like. And I lived it a little bit. Ben Simmons played for me at LSU, and I don't know if you guys have seen the show on HBO and Showtime. I've lived it to where it doesn't always turn out the way you want it to turn out because jealousy gets kicked in if you're on there more than I am. So I've seen it go the other way, not Last Chance U. I've seen it go the other way and mess a team up. So I'm probably in the middle on that one.
Yeah.
You got too much building to do right now before you let cameras. You guys have an opportunity to grab a couple of victories here before New Year's. And I think we discussed this a little bit last time. You get into this conference play, like everyone's more on edge, like everything seems to shift. Is it the familiarity with these other schools? Like, what is it that I feel like coaches and players, like their entire mindset shifts once you get to conference play?
Yeah, I think it's that what you talked about, like the familiarity. And then I think you've now played nearly 15 games, 14 games before you get to league. So what you do is on tape. You're not going to trick anybody. Everybody knows Zach Chappelle can score. Everybody knows Callum McRae's left-handed and goes in the post. And so I think what makes elite players elite, like even when you're watching the NBA, like they deliver when they're the top guy on the scout, whether it be De'Aaron Fox or LeBron James. And, we have to try to do that now. There's enough film on us. We're not tricking anybody anymore, especially when you get to league. And so there's the familiarity plus all the game film that's out there on you.
Yeah. Big Sky play, baby. I'm ready. Let's go.
You got the right attire on, baby, because it's cold through this conference.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, going up to the Montanas and Idahos, man. I'm gonna have to. I can't tell Coach I'm gonna be at that game on the road. I'm gonna watch that one. I'm gonna listen to that one on ESPN 1320.
No more California trips for us, man. We going straight north. Yeah.
You got a couple of games before the new year, including both at Sac State, including one matinee on New Year's Eve that you can go check out. So you got a chance to finish 2022 strong, Coach. We'll be locked in, man. We're rooting for you.
I appreciate you guys, man. Next time I see you, probably be the new year, right? So
yeah,
it'll be the new year. We're hoping for 2 games above 500.
That's
like
right.
you being I think you'd be a little more cheerful next Tuesday.
I know one thing. I'm having a good New Year's Eve. We go 2 games above 500. 31st will be all right.
Crack open the bottle for that one right there.
That's the message to the players. Don't ruin Coach's New Year. We appreciate you, Coach. Good luck this week, man. We'll be locked in.
Take care.